JB, how are you, mate?
I'm going good. How you going?
Yeah, okay, pretty good.
Yeah? That didn't
Yeah,
sound too
yeah,
sure
yeah.
then.
Oh no, we just well, we're just a little bit up in the air about a whole lot of stuff at the moment. So we're going okay though, even though, so yeah, we don't know what's going on I think they're getting back on Saturday, maybe Saturday night, they said. So hopefully that's true, and we'll work it out from there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds good, mate. Yeah, yeah. How about you? Going okay?
Yeah, look, no, I'm pretty good. LB is pretty good at the moment, so that's
Mm.
always a bonus, mate. You know what they say, happy wife, happy life.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's true, brother. Yeah, that's true. What do they say about
yeah.
happy
Um
husband, happy something? I don't know.
nah,
What
it
do they
doesn't come into the equation, brother.
do? Happy
Nah,
hubby,
I'm only joking too.
happy hubby, something, something. I don't know. Anyway,
Happy hubby. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, okay. Yeah,
yeah,
nah,
yeah.
I'm
Something.
not
We've got to
too
work on
bothered.
something there, mate. Got to
Yes.
work on something. We need a wordsmith to help us out with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah, 100%.
yeah.
100%.
100%. Yeah, yeah. Now, what's been going on, mate? What's happening?
Oh, we've got a little bit of news. Our Canyon camp had to be postponed for a while. They've got a little bit of um, disrupt happening in community, so we're just going to postpone that. A little bit of a shame, but not
Yeah,
much you can do when people are
yeah.
struggling. You know what I mean? So yeah. So,
Well, I think that's the situation with us as well. When I said that we don't know where we're heads or tails yet, but and I think the situation affecting the world at the moment is the fuel situation. So, the cost of things are going to go up, and even for those guys out of Wilcannia to get across it's going to cost them enough. I reckon so. Yeah. Uh, so
yeah.
here
Look.
we are again. We're
I mean, we heard today that they're now looking at restrictions of $40 of fuel per car. I don't know how true this is, but I mean that's just something that we were
yeah,
told. So, um, if
yeah. I know that they said a couple of days ago it was going to be like $100 for a car and probably a couple $100 for a truck for diesel. Um, so it might have gone down a bit. Who knows? I think that there's been a lot of fuel theft at the moment. So
yeah, that's the
one,
other thing, eh? Um,
yeah,
Especially if you've got an older type car. I mean, the newer ones have got a little bit more protection on them
mm,
as regards to fuel theft, but then they just take the whole car, brother. So it doesn't matter.
yeah, yeah. Oh, no, what I'm saying is that people aren't paying at the Bowser. They're just
Oh
driving
yeah,
off,
okay,
fill it
yeah,
up and drive off.
that's an age old one,
Yeah.
eh?
Look, oh mate, terrible. Yeah. I got a you seen that one before, I suppose, where my little nephew said he got held up at the
Yeah, yeah,
servo, and
yeah, yeah.
the police came and he's okay. He's telling everyone he's okay. When the police asked him, "Did you get a look at him?" He said, "Yeah, that's pump number 4. He robbed me."
Yeah, 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 yeah. Bowser number 4.
uh,
Yeah, yeah.
there's a number 4. Yeah, there it is. Um, so yeah, mate, that's what's going to happen, I suppose. And we went for a trip down to Nelson's Bay recently from here, Port Stephens, Nelson Bay, and we pulled up to get some fuel on the way down on the highway. And there was no super unleaded there at all. So we had to go to the next station, and there,
And
there was
well,
some fuel there to BP.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and apparently they were saying that on a double lane highway, so you got two coming north. Friends of ours that went down to Nelson Bay a couple of days before, or the day before, said there was a lineup on to get into a survey. Big lineup. So they took all that, I suppose, the left hand lane. They were parked up along the left hand lane. Crazy.
Yeah,
Anyway.
this is the thing, though, brother. I mean, again, panic buying, and
Oh,
not only with regards to fuel, but look at like I went to the shopping centre this morning to get some money. I couldn't get a car park.
Oh, yeah,
Everyone's in there buying up, and
buying up. Yeah, that's right.
yeah. So anyway,
See, you got to think about the whole chain. I suppose it's kind of if fuel goes up, that means they've got to add the cost of the fuel and the transport of the products to the shop. From the farm to the shop, all that kind of stuff. So prices are going to go up, and so people are panicking that they're worrying about the price going up for everyday things, and especially fresh fruit and veggies or anything really.
so
Yeah,
tell me about the fuel situation. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I don't, as you know, I don't really listen um, to the news or anything like that. Now, is there fuel being brought into the country or?
yes and no. I guess it's probably a lot less fuel these days. I'm hearing we're getting some fuel from Singapore. Maybe that's because the fuel that came from the Middle East has arrived in Singapore before all of this
Yeah,
rubbish started.
yeah,
This war started. But then, and it's all because of this strait they've got where the refineries are and where the loading docks are, all that kind of stuff. They're preventing ships from going out of Iran, are sort of preventing those ships getting out of the strait. And so, they're bombing all those kind of facilities where fuels refined, all that kind of stuff.
yeah.
In response to the I guess it's the attack by the Israelis and the Americans.
So
So
we all might be on our push bike soon, brother.
Well, I reckon, mate, it's going to be like a little bit like COVID. I reckon. We won't be able to go anywhere. Really, we'll have no fuel to do anything. We'll have to get physical. Let's get physical. Start walking. I knew I was walking. I knew I was walking for a purpose.
That's it. Exactly.
I thought it was, and this is what my thought was when someone ever asked me, why do you walk so much? I just tell them I own a combi, so it's one day it's going to break down somewhere, and I'm going to have to walk. But now we won't even be able to get fuel in the damn thing, so well. Yeah, so, but it looks like we'll be jumping on the Foot Falcon and heading down the shops, or getting a lift, bumming a ride, or getting a bike, pushing, maybe an electric scooter thing.
They're not so silly, those people with the electric bikes and the electric scooters and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's right. That's it. I mean, yeah. Anyway, all the cars, all the Ubers will be electric, I reckon. Yeah. That's the only way you can get your groceries, you can get your, food, something to eat, whatever, so Uber Eats, or get from one place to another. So
now, brother, we were supposed to have a guest on tonight, but and he was pretty keen, but I haven't heard back from him, so I'm just hoping everything's okay. But I know he'll probably get back to us when he's able to. So I do apologise for that.
Yeah, okay. Is he from Brisbane?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah. David
Williams. Yeah, Galimba.
That's him. Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, good old mate of mine, David. Yeah, so I'll be looking forward to having a chat with him. When he does get on board. Yeah, so a busy fellow, got a lot on.
He's pretty busy. That's what he said to me because he rang me to have a yarn about doing some work with him and all that sort of stuff. And he said it's been about 10 years, and I reckon it was 10 years ago that we did some work together. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, that's he's a genuine top bloke. I reckon he's he's quite interesting actually. He's got a lot of kind of he's right into innovation really, and actually very inclusive of Aboriginal everything into society. So
yeah, beautiful.
It's quite interesting. Yeah. I've worked with him a couple of times. He was on the chamber. I think he was part of the.
Oh yeah, okay.
The board at one stage. So
he did say that he watches JB and CJ a bit. So
good on you. Shout out to you,
Yeah,
mate.
so one of those goals that
Catch up.
we never seem to see who's on, who's off. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, definitely, mate. But I'm sure he'll come on sooner or later. But it's just managing his time, I guess. That's the
yeah,
main
no,
thing.
definitely. I mean,
Yeah, it's like us, brother. We can't get on sometimes, and it's just that's it. I
it's the
think, isn't
way
it?
it is, brother. It's the way it is. So.
It is. It is what it is. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. So what's been happening, brother? I'm just trying to think of the trip down to Nelson's Bay was nice. It's really nice down there, actually. Very nice spot. Yeah, got a lot of islands around it. Yeah, lakes and estuaries and inlets. It's quite an
We,
interesting place. Yeah.
I tell you, we went for a drive up to and stayed a night up at Rules Beach. A bit past Bundaberg, up that way, a little bit past that.
Yeah.
Yeah, up near 1770.
Yeah, I was just going to say 1770 in Howard. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So up
yeah,
there, absolute beautiful spot, mate. Absolutely.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
like just, I mean, like you don't know how big this country is, do you? So,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
but
right. Yeah,
look,
I think that.
beautiful spot, bro.
Uh,
Beautiful spot.
yeah. Oh, mate, aren't we blessed? I mean, we've got some of the best places in the world, really. I reckon. I know there's some great places elsewhere, but until you start traveling this place, you don't realise how good we've got it, how beautiful places are. Even out in remote communities, you know what it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's kind of really, very striking. But yeah, no, well, really, I know a good friend of mine who they've been going up to 1770 around that area and spending some time there every year. They go up every September. They keep telling us about it. I said, oh,
I
yeah, I've never been there.
absolutely sensational. Seriously.
Mm, mm, that's good, brother. Yeah. Uh, what was I thinking about? Oh, we want to have a chat there later on anyway, but we'll talk about it all fair um, uh, soon, I suppose. We probably need to have a chat about, well, you'll let me know about the new date or whatever these guys are going to be over from Kenya.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, we'll work something out. I mean, I really feel for the mob in Wilcannia because they were really looking forward to it.
Mm.
Coming up, and some of them had never even been out of community, brother. So you can imagine that.
Oh, haven't seen the water.
Yeah. Well, they were a bit like because we did say to them, we've got a yacht that we're going to take you over to South Australia Island and all that sort of stuff. And they go, nah, we're not going on that. We've never been on a yacht. So it was pretty funny like that. But I mean, in the end, they come around. They said, "Oh yeah, no, we'll do it." But
Okay,
it's,
yeah, that's
so
right.
I feel sorry for them. You know what I mean? And like
Mm.
I can't say too much about what's happened because it's
No, that's
yeah,
right.
it's yeah, but it's something really serious, and it's not good for the community.
Mm.
So, and
Yeah.
I mean, for me, brother, I mean, like we've been doing work down there since 2007, and that's what Brendan said. Brendan Adams said the other day. He goes, "We've known each other for 20 years, So it is a long, long
Mm.
time, and it's and really close to my heart. And just for them to just not be able to get there, it's just that's who I feel for. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sure that they would have been all excited about doing that.
yeah, well,
Finding out that they
they'll,
were on a boat or a yacht.
yeah. Well, that and the other thing was too that they were really excited because they were able to tack a couple of days onto the end of it where they could go and watch the NRL. So I think,
Oh, Titan.
I think the Titans are playing. I can't remember who they're playing, but it might actually be the Broncos, is it?
Could be. I know that the Broncos are playing the Dolphins this weekend.
Oh, okay.
So So would it have to be? No, it would nearly be around Easter, wouldn't it?
Yeah. No, it is Easter. It's Easter. That's why.
Yeah.
And like the thing was for us, which I mean we did anyway, but the people at the where we booked to stay, they doubled the price for an
Yeah.
extra night for the
Oh.
fella. Yeah. Which you think about it and you go, it's just wrong. But I know I understand
Yeah.
everyone's got to make money and all that sort of stuff. But you would
Yeah.
have thought that look after some people that are coming up from from a remote community that don't get to see a lot of footy either way, and
Mm-hmm.
look after them. But no, but it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
But that's just my bits for the night, brother, and yeah. So
Things happen and you've got to reset. I think it's the same with us going over to Spain now, which is probably going to cost us a little bit more money to change flight details and all that kind of stuff. So, but we're determined to get there. But yeah, it's the stuff that happens beforehand, the organising stuff that we struggle with.
it's pretty sad though, isn't it, brother? Because I mean, it leaves you with that great uncertainty, and you don't know which way you're going, because you had things planned, and now they're suddenly being thrown into disarray, if you like.
Yeah, so, I think MJ's come up with a solution. So we're looking like flying from Brisbane to Singapore, then Singapore to Barcelona. Then we're just going to catch a train to Madrid. So for some reason, a flight from Singapore to Madrid.
Speaking of that, we got Jan on there. She said Borada. Don't forget to say Jan. You're over there.
Yeah. Borada, Jan. How are you?
She'll be in trouble, brother. I can tell you.
Oh, will she? I will be, or she will be.
No, you will be if you don't go and see her.
Yeah. Well, look,
we're trying to organise a trip over there, and I can tell you what, we're going to be seeing our lovely Jan. So
that'll be good. That'll be good. Yeah. Yeah. I'm still keen on doing the Camino. So we're determined to get to this. Get to Michelle's appointment, I suppose, on the 23rd of June. So we've already got things in place for that. There's another one, organised for the 3rd of September. So we're kind of keen to get there, do that. But yeah.
So can I ask, brother, will you go back to Bali first?
No. We're going to fly straight from Brisbane. Okay. We were going to go up to Cairns, actually, brother. Yeah, we're going to go up to Cairns, see family and all that kind of stuff. Catch up with see how that's going. But we decided let's spend a little bit more time in Brisbane because that's where the grandkids are.
Yeah.
And a friend of ours has offered a place to stay in Brisbane at the moment over in South Australia. So, but I've stayed there before. She said, where everything is, so just go to help yourself, mate. Yeah, and I said, I'll see you when you get back from South America. So we've got a place to stay. The only thing we haven't got is wheels, I guess, but we'll work that out. Get up there, get around. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. No, definitely.
But, yeah. So we're going to fly from Brisbane. We're going to stay there because the boys are there and the daughters are there, granddaughters are there. So we'll use that to spend a bit of time. And on the way back from overseas, we'll be probably going straight to Bali. Yeah, Australia.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Because that's it then, as far as surgery and any sort of other medical stuff that we need to do. Should be all okay. But let's see what happens. The second surgery though is in Cyprus, which is off the coast of Lebanon.
Yeah,
okay. So we don't know about that yet. Yeah, who knows?
And that's the only place that can be done, that second surgery?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, that's probably the better place to go to do the surgery. So, like Spain is, like Madrid is for the first surgery. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Anyway, we've got a little bit of time. Things might settle down. We might get petrol in the planes. We don't want to run out of petrol in the plane.
Look, that'd be probably something you don't want, brother. I mean, you can probably handle it in a car or in a truck, but not in the plane, brother.
Well, no, I haven't been practicing any flying, so actually physical falling, I should say. But yeah, I've been able to walk, so anywhere on the ground's good for me.
Yeah, yeah. No,
But yeah,
I'm happy with my feet planted firmly on the ground too, bro.
yeah. Now, the other thing I'm going to say is something that might happen um, in the near future, which is probably a bit like COVID, I suppose. You also already mentioned panic buying, people in the shopping centre buying everything, um, not being able to buy fuel, all that kind of stuff. So, we need to make sure that people look after themselves, I guess. Um, uh,
Well, CJ, we know what happened
mm,
in COVID times, don't we? So,
mm,
um, if anything, we can learn from that, especially if we're, like going to be stuck at home and things like that. We can now learn about what happened in the 2020 and 21 and all those sort of times, and learn
mm,
from Melbourne mob as well, because they were the
mm.
most locked down city in the world, brother. So,
Yeah,
uh,
absolutely. Yeah, that's
but,
right.
but as I said to you before, brother, like I went to the shopping centre this morning to pick up some mail and all that sort of stuff, and mate, I couldn't get a car park, and like
Mm,
seriously, the like the shopping centre was absolutely packed. And like it's really ironic because we're, we're talking about having fuel restrictions and rations and all that sort of stuff, but there's so many frigging cars there, like you can't get a car park. So
mm,
you know,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's yeah. I'm just with I think it's a little bit of a different situation with the COVID as well, but it's already started with the shopping stuff. But I think that um, I don't know. It just seems like it's going to be a lot more restless, if you like, without fuel.
we I guess what I'm talking about, brother, is like, okay, so if we're going to be rationed with petrol and restrictions and that, you're not going to be able to get. Well, you might be able to get places, but you're going to have to, as you said, use your foot falcon, like we did before, or as Vanessa Jones is there saying, hashtag move for Middenbar. Why not? Go
Why
Vanessa.
not? Yeah. Stuff the fuel. Let's get walking. Yeah, that's it. Get moving.
But so that's the thing I'm saying. I'm talking about the being stuck at home, but we're not really stuck at home if we want to get on our bike or go for a run or go for a walk or those sort of things. And some people aren't used to doing that, so I guess that's
Mm,
a way, as Vanessa's saying, maybe a good fitness campaign. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about was the panic buying, brother, in the supermarkets and that. Even the water, the toilet paper again. I
yeah,
mean, didn't we learn from the first time?
yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Yeah,
I don't
I,
know,
I'm.
but
Yeah. You know, can you just imagine it where we're all stuck at home? Um, you know, the shopping centre's a fair way away. We can't get to it. And you know, I'm just saying this is a scenario. This is how I'm thinking. How does it affect the average day family with young fella or young daughter or family and all that kind of stuff? How does it affect them? What would they do? How would it affect their thinking like this? You know what I mean? So it's kind of yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen really, but it's just thinking probably a little bit like devil's advocate, I guess. Thinking, oh, is it all going to go to shit? Are we all going to be fighting against each other, trying to get stuff? Um, you know, increased frustrations, I should say, things like that. I don't know.
yeah.
It's a yeah.
And then you got Mark Williams saying bike prices are going up too. So hot tip.
I bet you they. I bet you they are.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm glad I've got two bikes, Mark. So I'm happy with my lot. So I
Yeah, I reckon Mark got a few bikes here. I think he told us he has.
reckon
So
he has too. Yeah.
yeah, no, it's good. But yeah, well, so I can knock. Well, that's the thing. People say, "I want that bike." I think it goes like that. All that kind
But
of stuff.
Yeah, I just think too, brother. Like we need to stay positive. We need to,
Mm.
you know, rally around everyone that's not struggling, that is struggling, and
Mm.
Mark Williams, he'll go a long way. This lad, he said, "You both look great. Good to see you both. Trying not to invest too much in the chaos."
Chaos.
Chaos.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're dead right, mate. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. As long as we can stay away from the chaos as much as we can, I suppose. So, you know, start to work on how you manage your life, I guess. And that's about life, isn't it? Manage how your life without being able to once again connect with people. That sort of stuff. JB, you know what it's like if you can't tow that caravan around the place. You know, it's
Yeah.
going to be hard to. Yeah, it's going to be hard to be able to help community out. Really, that's what you're doing.
Well,
You're going out to community to help.
so that's the thing, and it's already impacted that because, again, like I spoke about Vulcania before, and we got a
Mm.
trip to Broken Hill in April for the Marama Mental Health Summit with Richard Weston. Richard Weston heading up Marama, and we're doing a
Yeah,
bit of work with that mob down there, which is fantastic. And the week after, we were going to go and spend a week in Vulcania, just yarning to mob and running a few different workshops and that. But we can't do that now because there's not much suitable accommodation down there in Vulcania, and it's a 2-hour drive to Broken Hill, which is the next available accommodation. We were going to take our caravan down to Vulcania and just stop in community and
mm,
just be there if anyone wanted to come and have a yarn and talk about what was happening, do a few interviews with people and that sort of stuff. But it's not going to happen now. So
mm. Yeah, see, this is the sort of stuff I suppose that this can affect. I guess you know what I mean. So, um, yeah, I think we're just going to have to maybe do a lot of this stuff, mate, online. Think about other ways we can use the internet to be able to connect with communities and all that kind of stuff. So, I think we're in a good position at the moment because we're doing it anyway. We've been doing it since 6 years ago, over 6 years ago now, I should say.
yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Thanks,
It's,
buddy.
yeah, we're there, brother. We're there.
Yeah, we're there. So it's once again fellas tuning in like Mark and Vanessa and you know checking us out. I guess same with Jan. Say hello to Jan again. Checking in with us, see how we're going. We're checking there. Obviously going okay, or maybe not. We need to maybe get them on board once more and have a chat with them, see how they're going. But and we've been doing this like you say for over 6 years now. Um, people are going to rely more on these types of communication platforms, I suppose we could say.
But,
Um,
and it's probably about what we've been talking about too, brother. Like even with some of the work that we're doing, we're going to have to go because of the costs involved and that sort of thing. We're going to have to go to online some online group work, and
yeah,
I know like we've had that discussion with you, and that's what we're trying to bring in at the moment. I mean, it's not my favourite way of doing things, but it's better than nothing at all, I guess. So, and with what's
mm,
happening now in the world, and and the fuel crisis and all these sort of things, there's not going to be a way out of it. I don't think if it keeps going to the magnitude of what it is at the moment.
yeah, that's right, mate. Yeah. There's a place for this. I mean, obviously it was a place for this when COVID hit, and there's a place ongoing for it. Hopefully that things will sort itself out. We can only hold hope that it does sort itself out. But I think that it kind of forced the change in society where now people can work from home. You know what I mean? Beforehand, you had to go to an office, you had to go to the organisation, sit at your chair, and which is great because you had that social interaction as well as the professional interaction. But when COVID hit, that's what we couldn't go to work, and that changed a whole lot of stuff. now this whole thing around the fuel stuff, it's going to change again. So I'm not sure what the change is going to be. We're going to be part of the change, depending on whether it continues. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Hey, Jan, how you going?
Yeah,
So,
hello.
yeah. She said, I think if we can't look after one another, what are we here for? Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Jan, for all you do too.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you too, Jane. I mean, that's
you.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Yeah. So, we
well,
worked out a bit of a solution, didn't we? Back in 2020, I think it was. Yeah.
well, we did. I mean, and that's from a chance meeting on the beach where we were both struggling a bit with, like mental health issues and those sort of things. I'm not shy to say that, brother. Like I was really struggling because I couldn't get into community. You were the same, and we couldn't do our work. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Um,
Yeah.
and then we said, well, why not? Let's get online and bring people on to share a little bit of their story. And 6 years later, here we are, brother. So
Absolutely. Yeah. And who would have thought that, something else is happening in the world that's going to
yeah,
actually, you know,
yeah.
um,
and
create more need for this sort of stuff. Yeah.
and we can look at it as
Mm.
being sad, and yeah, and it is sad. I mean, no one wants to see wars and those sort of things. Um,
No. Yeah.
but I think what Jan's saying there too. If we look after one another here, and we can only control what we can control, we can't. We got no say in what's
Mm.
happening, in those sort of places. So if we can just look after each other, keep an eye out, and don't let it get to those diabolical stages like it did in Melbourne in 2020 and that, and other places as well. I'm just using Melbourne as an example
Mm.
of being, locked down and so locked down so badly. Um, let's not let it get to that, and let's not, that thing about panic buying as well. Let's not get to that stage as well, because that's, we know how much toilet paper and that sort of stuff that we need. So don't go over, you know, being overbearing about it and frigging taking all the toilet paper off the shelves, brother. That's just
Yeah, I
one
know.
one
I mean,
one line I'm talking about, So
yeah, that's what, as
everyone
Clive said.
realizes, everyone knows that fact. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
as I
And
said,
if you get it too much,
as I said to you, brother, like the amount of people at the shopping centre this morning, it's amazing. But then when you look at it, like, and it's really ironic that how many cars are there because you couldn't get a car park. And what are we talking about? We're talking about fuel restrictions and fuel rationing. And there's so many cars that it's not funny. You can't get a car park, which has never
no,
ever happened before.
I thought, yeah, maybe we might have to resort to public transport. You know what I mean? To do this sort of stuff. And yeah, I know it is a panic situation, and people just get overawed by the whole thing. I think, and I mean, how much toilet paper do you need? I mean, what are you going to do after that? Really? Um, there's no paper there. But if you're using too much toilet paper, you've got a problem. I think you need to go and see something about that. So,
I'm
that
not
much
going. I'm
toilet
not
paper.
going into that. I'm not even.
I know
Not buying into that, brother.
that. I remember they used to have restrictions on that amount of toilet paper you get as well. At places like Coles, they said you can only take 1 6-pack.
Yeah.
You can't buy multiple, bundles of toilet paper. So the same is happening with the fuel, I guess. Putting limits on how much fuel you can get.
Well, they're going to have
But
to, aren't they? Because everyone panic buys.
we're we filled up the other day. It was 259, I think, or something like that. But we're not going to run that dry. We're just going to keep topping up.
Yeah.
Little bit. So
$3.05 here a litre, brother. So.
Oh, geez, yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah, we went past that same service station probably an hour or two before when it was $2. What I said, $2.59. It was $2.35.
Yeah.
went back then in the
Hey,
afternoon. It was $2.59. So
and,
do.
as they tell you, I mean, this is fuel that's already been here, so it's not something that they're
It's not
bringing
like they got a
in
new.
of.
They did, not like they got.
Yeah,
Not like they got the expensive stuff in. You
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
the same
yeah.
old fuel that they
It's the
have there in
same
their
fuel
tank.
that they
They
pay.
should be at the same price.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's that. Rorting, I guess they call it. I suppose.
well, it's just
Yeah.
it's not a nice thing to do, is it? So,
No, it's not a nice thing to do. People are, maybe they try to stop it from, using up all that fuel.
yeah,
Prevent
well,
people from having it, or whether they're greedy or not. I don't know.
it's a good point,
It's
brother. Good point. That could be
yeah,
a way of trying to stop people from going all out, I guess. So,
yeah,
mm.
yeah. I know, mate. Yeah, I feel sorry for communities that haven't got the big supermarkets. Like a lot of the remote communities only got maybe their
Yeah,
what do you call it,
we,
ibis or something like that. Yeah.
well, we talked about it
Mhm.
before, brother. Like, you know, the trucks and that do a lot of their hauling and all that sort of stuff. With into communities, of course they're going to be impacted as well. So of course
Yep.
the prices are going to be even more impacted in rural and remote areas. So
Yeah, I think so, mate. Yeah, people might have to go straight to the farm really to get stuff because it's not. It's going to cost money. It's going to cost a lot more before they get to the retailer, I guess. So who knows? There's a lot of stuff to think about. I really don't. I've only started thinking about all this stuff since I've been back in Australia. It's over there in Bali. You don't think about any of that because everyone walks
uh,
or jumps on a scooter. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but yeah, this is our issue. Being able to get around, move around a bit, getting up to Brizzy. Probably maybe after Easter because we'll probably spend Easter. We might as well stay here for Easter. I think, and then we'll head up there after that. Then therefore, and all of April, May, and June. So June will fly out. But yeah, mate,
yeah, right.
it's one of those things. I suppose it's not only happening here; it's happening everywhere else in the world as well. Mm,
Yeah,
yeah,
look, I mean, it's something that's sad, but like again, I suppose what we're going to look at is we're all got our health, and
mm,
let's try and, as Jan said before, look after one another. So if we
yeah,
can
yeah,
do that, it goes a long way to helping everyone's social emotional well-being and mental health as well. So
yeah, yeah. I'm praying and hoping that one day the critical mass, the whole of the world, will start bloody working together to get rid of these old men who want war. That's it. It's wars are for old blokes, old men who want stuff. You know, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, and it's bloody crazy. I just think that one day, people need to take control of their own, destiny. I guess.
yeah.
So, quite
So,
interesting. Yeah,
like some people just got too much power, brother.
too much. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah. And I don't know, what's the end game? You know what I mean? There's no end game. You just keep on doing stuff like this. So,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just ridiculous.
And,
And
and is it about making a name for yourself? I mean, what do
it's
you want to
greed,
be
mate.
known
It's
as
all about,
a warmonger
yeah,
for?
what's your legacy? You know what I mean? Yeah, how are people going to remember you?
Yeah.
We don't remember some leaders favorably. We all think they're assholes, but some are pretty good. Stand up for the right people and stuff. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's quite interesting. Leadership is a big concern at the moment. We've got the wrong people in leadership, maybe. Yeah, see what happens. I guess, but yeah, but I'm going to talk a little bit about politics. I see the Liberals in. This is when I get back in Australia, I start hearing all the reports and the news and all that sort of stuff, which I shouldn't listen to. But One Nation did well down in South Australia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Libs fell out. I mean, I think One Nation is the second of the opposition now in South Australia.
Oh, wow.
Labor wonder, of course. Yeah, yeah. So that's interesting. That is interesting. So, but I think it might be a case of, same as over in America. Later on it's going to be voted. People have just,
Yeah. Oh,
you know what I mean?
I mean, you sort of hear that all the time, though, don't you, brother? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Jan Hogan just said, on a lighter note, I saw Jason Dons last week in our local theatre. He even got his Scotty skateboard out mid-show, looking good. Oh, Jason Donovan. Oh, good old Jason.
Jason Donovan. Oh, no,
Jesus.
what's that? Is that Neighbours or is that
Yeah, no, he was Neighbours, eh?
Was he Neighbours? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Jeez.
Jeez.
Jace.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? Because I know that the show over there, Neighbours, and even I suppose Home and Away and a few others were pretty big over in Great Britain. You know what I mean? They really love watching the shows. Yeah. Probably more. Well, I suppose they're popular here, but they were very popular over there. Yeah. Back in the day, I guess. Yeah. Kylie Minogue, Jason.
Well, he was Kylie's boyfriend, wasn't he, for a while?
Yeah, Kylie's boyfriend. That's right. Was Guy Pearce? Was he one of the guys that?
Guy Pearce. Yeah, I seen him in a movie the other day. He was really good, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, really good. Yeah.
Guy Pearce. There's another blast from the past.
There's another blast from the past. Yeah. Hey, did you end up seeing that? I think it's on ABC. iView. The Yvonne Goolagong.
No, I haven't seen it, brother.
Oh, mate, you got to watch it. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that I never knew about what happened. For Yvonne, while she was competing and that stuff. Like she was obviously Aboriginal and played in places like Wimbledon and other places in America. It was used overseas. Home and Away is still on every night.
Jan, I'll just let you know, Home and Away is still on here too. And I don't know how, but it is.
Michelle's only is glued to the TV set when Home and Away. So.
Oh, okay. I didn't say anything bad, MJ.
Yeah, I don't know where she is. She's inside there somewhere. Yeah, so you have to watch it. It's really good. I think it's about 4 or 5 episodes, and
oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's not that long, so but it gives a little bit of a insight into what she dealt with as she progressed to become, Grand Slammer. I suppose
Maybe we can tell the viewers about that too, brother, because Jan might be in that as well. So
yeah, Jan, story about Yvonne Cooley or Yvonne Goolagong, yeah.
Yvonne Goolagong Cooley.
Yeah, actually she was probably the first at a couple of things like winning Wimbledon as mother.
1980.
Yeah. So interesting, and it was quite a insightful kind of look at her life, I guess. Not from the early age, I suppose. It goes from when she was little, first picked up a racket, to being winning Grand Slams, I guess, around the world.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Very respected.
Oh, well, you could have imagined what she was, who she was playing against. There was people like Navratil, Martina Navratil, Chrissy Evert. They're all great players. Chrissy Evert, yeah. And Billie Jean King. She was that era. Margaret Court, of course, other Australian great tennis player. Yeah, Jan says, I remember her from back in the day. I watched a documentary recently. This sounds newer. Beautiful soul. Yeah, it's on ABC iView, Jan. So anyone else that wants to watch it, it's really good. It's quite an interesting, interesting show. I really enjoyed it actually. I think we binged it actually. We probably did. We probably sat down and watched the whole lot. We couldn't wait for the next episode. Yeah. Well, that's right. Yeah, couldn't wait for the next episode.
That's the only way to do it, brother. Only way to do it.
Yeah. Well, I was all against miniseries and all that sort of stuff. Jack, I used to love watching a movie that started and finished within 2 hours. That was it. But then to wait for the next episode to happen, the following week got me. I said, "No, I don't watching that anymore." And some of them were really too long. Like they had 5 seasons. 5 seasons of one story is ridiculous. I think. So anyway, but mate, check it out. Check it out.
No, I will. Yeah.
Yeah. But mate, other than that, I guess it's we went into town today. Went to the art gallery to have a check it out. Just Spiritual people here in Taree.
Yeah.
Exhibition there. So we being in Bali for ages, we said, "Oh, let's go and have a look at that." So it was pretty good. Pretty good. Something interesting in Taree. Yeah. Um, how's your better half, CJ? Hope she is all well. Yes, mate. Yeah, she's fighting fit. She's waiting in anticipation for the next surgery, which is going to be a little bit more difficult for her, and me as well, I guess, because there's apparently the next part of that whole process. This part is probably the more, what do you call it, in recovery. It's harder to recover
Yeah.
from. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, but she's good now. We're back at home. She's got family around her, which is great. So her family, her auntie, and
I must admit, CJ, when we caught up with her, she looked really fantastic. So
yes, mate. Yeah. She's yeah. Well, that's at volleyball. Mate. That's what happens. That's her second home, or maybe the first home. Yeah, but every time that's her place to go. That's a happy place. So we pulled her over. So that's why what you said at the beginning, happy something.
yeah.
Happy hubby. I don't know what you'd say.
I don't know if there is one, is it?
Yeah, well, there is if you're keeping your wife happy, that's for sure. Yeah, so you have a happy life. But yeah, she's going well. Thanks, mate. Thanks for that. Thanks for asking. We're looking really what do you call it, exciting about going back over to Spain. So for her next surgery, so that's good. Yeah, we're looking at some photos yesterday, Jack. We got she's got this massive, huge bloody TV in the lounge room, yeah. So we managed to cast our phones.
Yeah.
So her auntie came over and we were looking at all the photos. And quite interesting that some of the stuff that it's quite exciting. We really loved it, traveling through Spain. You have to go and do it. Happy wife, happy life. Jan, yeah. Happy hubby, very chubby. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know what to say. I think the girls will have to come up with that one. Did the girls come up with that one? Happy wife, happy life.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway.
But it is, like, if you look at it, it is pretty true, though. So.
Well, it is true. Yeah. Well, that's true. I mean, it's very true.
I'm not saying anything that's going to get me into trouble, CJ. So.
Oh, right, mate. Yeah. Yeah. No. Well,
I don't need any help, mate. So.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about, that whole what you just said. I'm just thinking that, I don't know. Just we know that if we keep our wives happy, we'll have a happy life. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you.
So how do they keep us happy?
That's pretty simple, I reckon. I don't know if I'm going to get myself in trouble here, but I reckon we're pretty uncomplicated, brother. So I'm not going to say simple. I don't like that word, all right? But we're uncomplicated. Most of us.
Yeah. And I guess we don't like to deal with complicated things. So it's good that we've got a wife that can do that.
Overcomplicate, you say?
No, it's good that we have a wife to
I
do
thought you
with
said
complicated things.
I thought you said overcomplicate.
I don't know what you have to say there. But anyway, but I have changed.
Mark said, choose your words carefully, fellas. I'm trying, brother Mark. I'm trying.
Yeah, there's a little bit of when you end up in a relationship, whether you're married or have a relationship, there's a little bit of give and take in there, or is it all just take? I'm not sure what's going on. You're not saying anything, JB, are you? All right. Okay.
No, look.
I know that I've changed a bit. Yeah.
I'm going to be serious here, and I'm going to say that it's all one way. I know. I mean, it's all give and take.
Oh, no, Jesus Christ. No, it's good. Life is good. Can we just say life is good? Yeah, well, that's it.
Give and take. It's a balancing act, and I can tell you from the workshops that we run on healthy relationships, it's all about being able to work together with that.
Yeah, that's right. We're a team, but we become like a team and we work together. Yeah, that's right. We both, anyway, we won't talk about relationship issues, I suppose. This is not a counselling session. So turn it into.
And I think Mark's right. I think we should refer to the above comments. So
yeah, that's right. Mate. Yeah, I think so. But we just love our partners.
100%. Wholeheartedly, unconditionally, however that goes.
Yeah. I actually called my wife Siri the other day when I was driving. So, where do I go now, Siri? Because I knew where we were going, but I just wanted to make sure.
Mark, tell him. Mark, tell him. Tell him, Mark.
She thought it was funny, so I thought, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I didn't say it either, Mark. And Jan, I apologise for CJ's
Sorry, comment. I apologise too. Yeah. But
anyway, on to the footy, brother, quickly.
Yeah, that's right. Carlton, what's going on there? The Blues.
We did all right this week because we had a bye.
Yes, my team did all right too. Manly Seagulls, they got a bye too, which is good.
Yeah, see?
Things are looking up.
The week before, we did have a win, mate.
Oh, did you? Oh, good.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah.
You jumped off quickly.
Yeah. No, we did. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. I'm thinking the week before.
You jumped off quick, didn't you?
Oh, man. How many games? What round are we in at the moment?
We're into round 3 now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, the first outing.
Because if you could work it out, brother, we had round 0 to start with. Then round
that's
1.
Right,
and round 2.
Why round 0? What's that? That's nothing. We
don't count. I don't know, brother.
Doesn't that count? Oh, you said it was something about the boys. They're trying to.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Now, Mark said, "Go the Broncos."
Yeah, go the Bronx. Eh? Yeah. Yeah, well, they got a win on the weekend.
They did all right this week. So
yeah, they did. They beat Melbourne Storm down in Melbourne. Yeah. That's the first time in 10 years they've beaten Melbourne in Melbourne. So, although, they did a good job. Yeah, the Dolphins are going all right too. They beat Cronulla at Cronulla, which was
a pretty big win, eh?
That's a pretty big win, yeah. And the Auckland Warriors are going to be the dark horses, I think. Geez, they're going good. The Wars, yeah, they're going really good. But yeah, Broncos probably doing a Melbourne Cup, I reckon. They're just pacing themselves and, getting into position by the time the finals are on, and they're probably going to be firing. Yeah, down the straight, yeah. They'll be firing.
That's all I reckon about the Blue Boys too, mate. I reckon that's what we're doing as well. So
yeah, that's right. That's what we'll say. But yeah, if they don't, I think Vossi will be in trouble, I reckon.
I think if they keep going how they're going, I think Vossi might be in trouble in 5 weeks' time, brother.
It's pretty fickle these days, are you? You just aren't given the coaching job for a year. You just,
Well, he's been there, I think, nearly 4. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We'll see
But
what
anyway,
happens, mate. Yeah. No.
we,
Look,
we got the Demons this week, so should
yeah,
be a good game. And
yeah.
Jan said, "Have a great week, all. See you next week. Keep doing you. Love to
Yeah,
you,
you too,
Jan.
Jen.
Thanks for joining
Yeah.
us. Thanks for putting up with Charlie's silly comments
Sorry.
about
Apologies.
relationships.
Yeah. Yeah.
I try and keep him in line, Jan, but there's just
That's
no
what
hope.
makes our relationship work. Eh?
Should
What
be,
makes our
Jan will be,
relationship work?
Jan will be falling off a chair.
We're just bouncing off each other. That's all we do. Yeah. People that see us in public, they
Well,
think we're crazy. But anyway,
well, so we should be able to, brother. It's been 6 years, all right? So
yeah. Have a bit
that,
of fun. Oh,
that's,
yes. So we should be.
that's more than most relationships last.
Absolutely. Actually, all small businesses, if they're going to survive, 5 years is usually the time they stand. So it's still going. Is that, anyway, we're committed or we're not, we're not, we're not like the norm. We're
I
not
think
normal.
we're in, brother.
Yeah. All right, mate. I'm going to have to let you go because I'm cooking a barbie
Yeah,
tonight.
we
So,
got to go too. I'll give you a ring over the next couple of days, all right?
yeah. I don't want to run something by. It's just an idea I've got,
Yeah.
but we'll see how it goes. But
Yeah.
we'll just have a talk about that because I think it might be.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Just building on what we've done here over the last 6 years.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about something that sits aside from it, but we'll have a talk about it. Be exciting anyway. That might be something that everyone would maybe like to do. But anyway,
And
see you, Vanessa.
too, Vanessa. Thanks for joining us. When are you going to pop on next time?
Yeah.
About time you come back on. Say good day. Tell us what you're up to. Tell us about your new nursing career. All right. Over and out for now, everyone. Love you all.